Just like the one goal Rangers scored, you can take off one layer. It's went from -14 to -11. Welcome back to Fog Football. Get the scarves out, get the gloves on, get them all on, get the heating on. It's time to party.
The temperature is rising in Glasgow. Well, soon enough you'll be sunbathing.
Sunbathing? What are you doing over at, what are you doing over in Edinburgh then?
We've just melted.
Well,
That doesn't make any sense actually. We're frozen. We're like Jack in the Titanic. We're just...
it's Ice Age over there. Not enough room on this plank.
Jack.
Anyway, you're on to Jack. Shit. But it was 1-0 Rangers. It was an awful game of football. Let's hear what the fans have got to say. Gravy on the gravy train. Sack the board, manager and Tav. Thoughts?
In that order?
Any order you want.
You know what, man? Is Tav really to fucking blame?
He got a goal. Well, he pushed Jason Holt into the ball, kinda. Wasn't really a push, to be fair, but yeah, he was there.
Like, if Tav doesn't play today, the Rangers win 3-4-0?
No.
I'm not convinced. But
It can't just be one guy. You know what I mean? Like, there's factors that got to be played here.
yeah, you know what? I don't ever recall one team struggling so much because of one guy.
Man City, Rodri.
That's true.
Oh, that is true anyway.
You could argue the one guy is Pep Guardiola, though.
Declan, with this Becky kid outside Stamford Bridge.
Fast flowing football as usual. Oh, lovely, man. Rangers, it's a pleasure on the eye watching these guys.
Win or not, that was utter shite. I agree with that. The only wee Perth brought on the Nice reserves.
Aye, if the
If only.
If only. Bernardo Boy says, quite impressive how shit Rangers are, relying on an own goal to beat St Johnstone. There really is levels to this game.
Can't disagree with it.
Yeah, there is, but you know what? I mean, and I've already pointed this out, I mean, that's the difference, but we could put
Is that Craig Lefine St Johnstone?
Nah, he was already sacked by then.
Manager was St Johnstone?
Yes, man.
Aye, that's where he's in the stands.
Aye, don't want to bring him in before this game. But I mean, what we could do, you could put a screenshot of Rangers beating Ross County by 6-0, and then showing
I've already said that.
showing the game where Celtic were lucky to win 2-1.
Or the game where Celtic won just 5 the other day.
Aye, could that? Well,
yesterday.
by that logic, I mean,
Rangers are the best team in the
Rangers
land.
scored 1 goal more, so you know what? See this argument here? This is shite. Because we could also put up another big scoreline by 6 goals. Happened a few months ago, don't know if you can remember it. I mean, we could put that up to, and then we could put the 4-2 one that Rangers had against that same team. If you know, you know. If you remember, you remember.
Dortmund.
Aye.
Put the Dort to the Mund. It's Dortmund.
There's
Dort.
I mean, there's levels to this trying to outdo other teams on social media, and this guy's at the bottom level here.
What about 4-1 Celtic Hearts?
What about it? We beat them 4-0
Exactly.
2016, so get it right up them.
I know, broke their wee hearts.
Didn't we?
Pun
69 game unbeaten record. Do you think you're getting 70?
Cal
Not a chance.
Lafferty shoved a flute right up Brendan Rodgers' arse. You love it, right?
Once in a lifetime kind of result there.
Anyway, Salmon's Pizzeria, your best pal. Barring the finishing, actual thought that performance was an improvement from what we've seen. Hadji and Suter, bright throughout. How do you find that, Rangers fans? I don't know what they're serving at this pizzeria, but it must be utter pish because to actually sit here and say that this was an improvement from what we've seen is ridiculous. Yeah, was it better? I said this performance was worse overall than the Dundee United game because it was. The Dundee United first half was worse than this entire game, but this was awful. I was near falling asleep doing the watch along. No, it's disgraceful how bad Rangers are. How do you put Nice to the sword and you can't do anything against St Johnstone? Look at the state of the goal.
The goalkeeper, he has a man of the match performance every time we play him. We go,
I'm not seeing that.
Well, according to Green Onions, it was a second string Nice team.
Second string, first string, shite on a string.
Somebody needs to start pulling the strings at Rangers because Fleet Clement's not doing a good enough job.
You gotta beat who's in front of you, folks. Yes or no?
Aye.
It's not Rangers' fault Nice had injuries. At the end, it's not.
No, it's not.
See at the end of the day, right? See the record books. They are going to say that Rangers beat Nice 4-1. See in 5 years, do you think these people are quite sad? They'll probably be, oh well, they brought on a 19-year-old for their debut. Doesn't matter. It's still a good win. Boosts the coefficient cups and all that. I like cups, morale cups, all that good stuff. We beat Ross County 6-0. Don't worry, Celtic fans. If they lose to Aberdeen on Wednesday, they've always got, but we beat Ross County 5-0 on Saturday. Clement used it. What's good enough for Clement is good enough for Rodgers, yes or no?
It is, but I don't think Rodgers will need to go back in time to think of a previous result on Wednesday night. But wishful thinking.
We'll see. Wishful thinking. Ibrox Cider, not vintage, but 3 points down the road.
That's the only fucking positive you can take into a Rangers fan.
That's it. Hadji man of the match. He'd be up there. 90 minutes of my life. I'll never get back. And he's not telling us anything we didn't already know.
No, health and safety, says Canto. I think this game was against health and safety regulations.
Yes.
In terms of your health.
This was like breathing in asbestos for 90 minutes.
Acceptable after Nice, but again, also needs to be a lot better and quickly.
Gordon Strachan looks quite happy. There's Michael Beale. Fuck Michael Beale, but there's Clement behind it. It is what it is. 27 goals behind Celtic on December the 1st. He has to go. Well, that is the damning thing.
Yeah, that's a scary look into it.
No,
We're not even that many games into the season.
No, obviously that is goal difference, but when you factor in goals scored, Rangers will be a hell of a... they'll be at least double behind Celtic. Obviously, Rangers conceded more, but I believe Dundee have scored 5 more goals than Rangers this season. That's unacceptable. Jason Holt is Rangers' top goal scorer away from home, and guess what? He left them 6 years ago.
I believe I seen a stat saying that half the teams in the league have scored more goals than Rangers this season.
I think that would probably be correctamundo. But when you look at that, man, it's not good enough. And 11 points behind, 27 goals behind. 11 points is one thing, but I actually think 27 goals behind is even worse.
Managers have been sacked for less.
I think goal differences are actually a true reflection.
Aye.
And that's why it was when Aberdeen and Celtic.
Aye, and that's why Aberdeen's a lot closer to Rangers than they are Celtic.
Yep.
And that's why the real battle's for second and not first.
Aye. Absolutely. Totally agree. Do you agree with this one though?
Green Onion, well lads, it was a tough watch, brutal if we're being honest.
Struggling past over that.
Rangers died. Do you think that's a question more for you?
That's a question. That's why I wanted you to answer it, and you glossed over it, so it didn't happen. So did it not happen?
They were resurrected though, weren't they? So
right, Green Onions.
Just like Dexter.
Jesus Christ, Dexter. You're the Bay Harbour Butcher.
You're the club that died. Anyway, Green Onions. Well, lads, it was a tough watch. Brutal, if we're being honest. Struggling past St Johnstone in the manner was very embarrassing, but we got there in the end. And Big Phil is well on course for 2 loving cups in a row.
What one's that? Is that the Morale Cup? Is that the Morale Victory? What is that? Or is it the pot of piss under the bed?
Could be the Timmy Tears in a couple of weeks.
Could be. Oh, I'd love it, man. It's more hopium, though. I can't explain how great it would feel. I'm not saying it would undo the season, but could you imagine how shite Celtic would feel?
I don't think you'll be able to explain it in a couple of weeks either, because I don't think it's going to happen, but we'll see.
We'll see. Anyway, guys, that's it. It was fun talking about this for 8 minutes. Final thoughts.
Deed game. Deed Twitter reaction.
That was alright.
Just deed. But here, SPFL refusal later, and that won't be deed, because there's lots to talk about.
I'm going to stop saying deed.